Hello and welcome to this U.S. Sailing Podcast presented by AlphaGraphics. Visit alphagraphics.com for all your design, print, and copy needs. This week we look back at a pair of U.S. Sailing National Championships that showcased a number of rising stars in the sport. Last week, 81 boats and 121 top-level junior sailors raced in the Port of Los Angeles at the U.S. Youth Sailing Championships, hosted by the Cabrillo Beach Yacht Club and sponsored by Laser Performance, Sperry Topsider, and Gill North America. 4 talented fleets raced in lasers, laser radials, Club 420s, and 29ers in this premier youth sailing extravaganza. Sunny skies and breezy conditions made for a picture-perfect week of racing. In the laser radio fleet, Mateo Vargas was within striking distance of the lead going into the final day of racing. He overcame a narrow deficit on his way to a 10-point victory. Vargas mentioned that he often sails better when he's coming from behind. He proved it last week on the final day and was, without question, the best radial sailor in the fleet when it counted most.
It was largely a get-right kind of game, it seemed like. Some people took that too far at times, but hiking hard and getting out to that first right shift seemed to really work well.
The team of Graham Landy and Colin Murphy broke away from the fleet to win the Club 420 division by an 18-point margin. Landy and Murphy proved that they could race at a high level in all sailing conditions. The fleet was faced with lighter winds on the final day for the first time all week. They flourished in these conditions by generating excellent speed approaching the starting line.
I think we were just really careful where we started. We started in the areas without many boats, and I think that just helped us be able to find a clear lane if we did get a bad start.
Only one fleet was dominated from start to finish. John Wallace jumped out to an early lead and never looked back. He won the first 5 races of the championship and 7 of the 10 total races. Wallace took advantage of the high winds and got off to great starts throughout the championship. He protected his early leads in each race and cruised to victory. In the 29er fleet, Antoine Scrieve and James Moody successfully defended their 2009 title. They won the final 2 races of the regatta to seal a 12-point win. Scrieve and Moody rebounded well following the 7th-place finish they posted in the first race of the championship. They never finished worse than 3rd over the next 13 races. Scrieve and Moody gained momentum throughout the championship and got stronger in every race. Visit the U.S. Youth Championships website for more details on the event, including final standings, photo galleries, sail crew videos, and more. In July, the Pensacola Yacht Club welcomed the U.S. SingleHanded Championships, sponsored by Rolex, Laser Performance, and Hobie. The intrigue surrounding this year's championship was at an all-time high. A women's division was added to the fold, and a number of outstanding laser radial sailors competed for the right to be the first ever U.S. single-handed women's champion. In the end, Leonie Shermans proved to be the fleet's top sailor. Despite winning 4 of the first 5 races of the championship, Shermans was forced to come from behind after a 12th-place finish in race 3 set her back in the standings. With little margin for error, Shermans finished 2nd and 3rd on the final day to edge Sarah Stubbs for the title by a single point. In the men's laser fleet, Fred Strammer led the entire way after winning the first 2 races of the championship. He won 3 races total and was the most consistent sailor in the fleet. Strammer, a member of the Brown University sailing team, attributed his success to the discipline and good decision-making practices he learned while sailing in college. Visit the U.S. Single-Handed Championships website for more details on the event, including final standings, photo galleries, and more. The U.S. sailing team AlphaGraphics and U.S. Sailing Development Team has nearly 50 athletes competing at Scandia Sail for Gold Regatta this week in Weymouth, Portland, England. Scandia Sail for Gold is held at the venue of the 2012 Olympic Games and the final stop on the 2009-2010 ISAF Sailing World Cup circuit. Follow the team by visiting our Scandia Sail for Gold website. That's all for this U.S. Sailing video podcast presented by AlphaGraphics. Until our next podcast, we'll see you on the water.